Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for joining me today in my latest episode. Thought to do a little live stream anyway in terms of the response from Bobby Duncan's agents. I want to gauge all your opinions. Make sure you do get involved in the comment section below. Yet again, agents speaking out. Bobby Duncan, he's a very young lad, 17 years old. He's yet to feature for Liverpool's first team, but his agents is very much being on social media, and you're pretty much seen I'm pretty sure you all have anyway. But I'll read through the statements, everyone. It's a very lengthy one, but I get the most of it anyway. And he's been out attacking Jamie Carragher as well on social media, Stan Collymore as well. It's bad. If I was speaking to one of my mates, Ryan, he was more or less talking, we were talking, it's the same agent as Sergio Berahino anyway, of obviously Stoke. It very much reflects the type of agent he has got anyway, and his agent's been using, saying that he's been locked in his room for 4 days and that's why he didn't play. Obviously, we done our news show yesterday saying he didn't play due to mental health issues. If that is the case, Liverpool have released a statement and I'll very much talk about the response, and it's a very lengthy statement, everyone, so bear with me. This is what his agent, Sarif Ruby or whatever, if this was Bobby Duncan's agent, and I'd very much get rid of him anyway, which it is, but if this was my agent, I'd be getting short of him anyway. But I get straight into, there's been a lot of things said the last few weeks regarding Bobby Duncan's future at Liverpool, and today is the final straw of the behaviour and dealing of Liverpool. Sporting director Michael Edwards. A few months ago, before the end of last season, Bobby had meetings with the club's hierarchy, including the academy director, Alex Hingelhoff. It was recognised that Bobby wasn't happy at Liverpool for different reasons, and Alex invited us to bring offers to the club for the exit of Bobby Duncan. For a player with zero first team experience, no club were prepared to pay an outright reasonable fee for a player they've got for 250 grand last summer. With that in mind, we have been able to find clubs that were ready to take Bobby on for a season-long loan, invest time and effort developing Bobby with an option to buy for amounts up to 1.5 million and upwards, which is great return for the club, for the player who will never play for the Liverpool first team and who doesn't want to be there. The club and Michael Edwards specifically made it clear that that kind of deal wouldn't work. So when myself and my team worked even harder and managed to get a deal on the table for a loan with an obligation to buy after 5 starts, a higher transfer fee, obviously in terms of playing and that, before a sell-on to Liverpool, Michael Edwards doesn't believe he will make those appearances, and even refused to speak to the club in question. Sporting director, obviously the club in which they did agree a deal with anyway, as they believe they can help develop him. So if he doesn't believe in the player and he will never play for LFC first team, why would you even hang on to a player like this? Putting all that aside, the real reason Bobby missed the under-23s game against Southampton, which was yesterday, on Monday, is because he suffered some deep mental health issues, and with all the stress the club has put him under, stress of being told he can leave but then going out of their way to force him to stay against his will. Not only is he on a very small salary, bear in mind the rumours are he's on around with a 5 to 7 grand a week, which is ridiculous, because any person 17 years old, 7 grand is by far a lot of money, and it's absolutely in correlation to his age anyway. It's a very small salary, but he's also has 1 season left on his contract after this one, and Liverpool have flatly said he will not get a new one. Bobby has not left his room for 4 days because of this and will never go back to Liverpool again. And my only concern now is his mental health and well-being. The Liverpool hierarchy have shown zero consideration to that and have even gone to I've gone to as far as saying in writing that they will punish him and make him stay at the club until January and beyond to teach him a lesson. This is really disastrous behaviour from a club with the rich history of Liverpool, and one of their greatest ever players, get on this in terms of the statement, greatest ever player, Steven Gerrard, happens to be Bobby's cousin. Why drop him into this statement anyway? I think it's ridiculous. Carrying on with his statement, it's a sad state of affairs that a club such as Liverpool Football Club can be allowed to get away with mentally bullying and destroying the life of a young man such as Bobby. Wow. I know one thing for sure, and that is he is never going back there again, and he's on such a small salary that no amount of fines will make a difference. In this situation, all that matters is the player's health, and in this case, Michael Edwards has totally ignored that because of his own stubbornness, and even called Bobby persistent, physically and emotionally. He's caused trouble physically and emotionally because of this. I really pray that this experience doesn't happen to any young player again. Let's get to your comments, everyone. Leave me your thoughts. We get to, hey buddy, sorry late, what's happened today? John Mack, obviously, if you want to this will be getting uploaded, mate, so bear with me. That was a very long statement, so you can rewind the video, mate. It will be getting uploaded. So that was his agent's very lengthy statement and some big allegations. His agent kept on relaying he's on a small salary. As a person that is not a footballer, and speaking from people our age, if he is on £7,000 or £2,000 or whatnot, that is enough money for a young player anyway. It's quite shocking, really, that his agent, as I mentioned at the top of the show, is apparently the same agent of Berahino. Obviously, he kicked off all those seasons ago, and his career literally went downhill anyway. Everyone, I'll go and read out Liverpool's statement now as well, in relation to, off the back of his lengthy statements. This comes from Liverpool Echo website. In response, Liverpool released a statement that read, Liverpool Football Club is aware of and disappointed by the unattributed comments and unfounded allegations that have been made in the media regarding one of our players. As the interests of the player in question are not best served by either inaccurate speculation and inflammatory statements, or obviously of public discussions, we will not be making any further comments. We will, however, continue our efforts to make privately with the player and find resolutions that best serve the player included. Anyway, Liverpool obviously recently rejected offers from Serie A sides Fiorentina and Danish club Nordjylland to make Duncan on loan this season. Obviously, those were two clubs in question anyway. And we'll get to the Jamie Carragher, obviously, his tweets as well. I'll read out his tweets. And this is what I don't get about the story, everyone. I'm very, very, very disappointed the way in which his agent is acting. His agent is acting like an absolute spoiled child. Obviously, in relation to that lengthy statement which I just read out, Carragher, his tweet was, I know Bobby and his family well. He's young at this age and we all want everything right now. Played for the first team in pre-season, which is a great start, and he should try and develop this season and maybe make the bench in the Carabao Cup. That could be that should be the advice you're giving him, you clown emoji. Anyway, that's Jamie Carragher's reply to his agents. And get on this, absolutely disgraceful comments by his his agents, Bobby Duncan's agents. I'll read them out now. It's absolutely childish, really. And if I was Bobby Duncan, I'd be getting rid of his agent right now. Do you also want to give advice on how to spit at people from the outside of a car? You're the last person to say or know what really is going on behind the scenes. Focus on your job and I'll focus on mine. And for everyone tweeting that this is to do with money and wages, it is zero to do with it. Even an increase in wages, just to make it clear, all clubs are the same in for him. All clubs that came in for him, we're going to pay Bobby the same low salary he is on at Liverpool so he can prove himself. Everyone, let me know your thoughts anyway, everyone, on the latest story. Just wanted to get it out there, everyone. What's that? Is that another tweet? Oh yeah, and Jamie followed that up, I think it was, with another tweet. There's a lot of tweets going on here, everyone. I made a huge mistake and apologised. I hurt myself more than anyone. You have made a big mistake and are hurting yourself, but more importantly, a young lad's career. Throwing Steven Gerrard's name in is also embarrassing. That's from Jamie Carragher. And he has replied with a tweet, no problem, Jamie, but it is your life. But in life, you can't be wrong and strong. When the truth comes out as to how Michael Edwards has handled Bobby's well-being and future, you will be thinking differently, I promise you. Not a single word in the statement is not the hard truth. But everyone, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. It's very interesting. This story will probably go on a lot more, but I think Liverpool Twitter is very much come to the forefront of defending the club. Everyone, leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Very lengthy statements by his agents. Who's in the right, Liverpool or obviously his agents? I think Liverpool are in the right anyway. They've said they will deny false allegations in which have been thrown at the football club, and rightly so anyway. It's very sad. A young player as Bobby Duncan, 17 years old. We don't know nothing about what is happening behind closed doors, but his agent, Bobby Duncan's agent, is not doing a good job in terms of defending his client, really, which he is. And for me, whatever's happened, agents are destroying football. They're destroying young players' careers, and there should be a law in terms of how younger players should be able to get up until, obviously, when they do get a professional contract. It's absolutely disgusting the way in which his agents are speaking about his clients, and I will say it is his client because football is a business anyway, as bad as it is. I'm just hoping Liverpool do not look at Bobby Duncan and say, you're in the wrong. Liverpool obviously dealing with it behind closed doors, but his agent is going along in the wrong direction, everyone. So let me know your thoughts, everyone. Just thought to bring the video out, so I want to gauge all your opinions. Get to your comments anyway. Is there any more comments? No, but thank you very much, everyone, for getting involved. And if you've missed the episode, rewind the very lengthy statement by his agents and gauge your thoughts, and let me know what your thoughts on the Bobby Duncan situation are as well. See you later, Reds. You never walk alone. Chill out, everyone.